Right guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm just sorting out my tackle, ready for the first day on my new syndicate, which will be Monday. And what we're going to do today, I'm going to show you how I set my carp rod up. This video isn't going to be for everybody, because a lot of you have probably been carp fishing for years. I'm not going to tell you what I do it. This is for people that might just be getting into carp fishing or just wonder how other people set the carp rods up. So what I'm going to do is take you step by step how I do mine, and hopefully it might help somebody else that's just learning or getting into the fishing game. So here we go then, let's start. Right guys, so here we have it. You've got your carp rod and your reel. Your reel just sits in the seat there, and you tighten it up with a screw on the back. If you want to know which carp rods these are, they're the Daiwa Power Mesh 12 foot 3.5 pound test curve. Lovely rod actually. And then we've got the Daiwa Emblem 45 reels to go with them. So from there, once you've screwed that on, you've got to make sure your line, put that up there so you can see, comes under your bail arm. Like that. So if you just loosen the clutch on the front now, you'll be able to pull line off. Then if you thread it through each eye of the rod till you get all the way to the top. Stop that one. Right guys, so once you've threaded your line through all the eyes on your rods, make sure you don't miss one, because I've done it before, because you have to start all over again. Pull a length of line off, just about a metre, about that far or so, just so we can thread the rig tubing on. Right, I'll show you how I thread my rig tubing on now. Right guys, so what I do is the end of your line, just take a pair of scissors and just cut it to the point. It just makes it easier for it to slide through the rig tubing. So right, what I've got here is some tungsten rig tubing, and all we do is just gently thread it through. Forgive me for the shakes, but that's what I've got to play with. Just gently thread it through. And it should pop out the other side. For the length of rig tubing, it's up to you really. I used to put about a metre on, but I worked out if you casting a far way, it would hinder the cast just a little bit. So I've dropped down now to roughly about half a metre. This is also, it just pins the line down off the back of your lead and keeps it out the fish's way if it's swimming over. So it is a bit tricky sometimes, but if you hold it up so it's straight down, just gently push. There you go. It's through the other side. So just pull that through a little bit. There we go. Now, what I do is I get a tail rubber just slide that on as well. And then they just push in together to make it all nice and neat. So now, right, as I said, I use a grinner knot to tie these on. There's plenty of different knots people use, but that's just my preferred knot, and I'll show you how to tie it. So thread it through, and then go back through it so it makes a loop over it. And just make sure that loop sits so it like doubles the line. So you've been round twice now, so you've got a double loop there. So I always think that gives a lot more strength when the fish is pulling on that than just a single piece of line. So from there, make a loop going along the top of your main line. So it's like that. So you've got them two lines together. And with your tag end, come round 5 or 6 times. Up and over it and under it like that. Now when you get to this stage, always wet the line. Put a bit of slobber on it, because that just stops the friction and helps it bed down nicely. So you tag end then, just pull nicely, and then you should pull down towards the swivel like that, and just keep pulling on the tag end, and then pulling down to the swivel. Needs to be put a bit more moisture on it, and then just pull it down to the swivel. And there you go, guys, there's my knot. So let me check it myself. Yep, if it doesn't look right, cut it off and retie it again, because you don't want that be the bit that loses you the fish. If it just doesn't look neat, or you're not happy with it, retie it. So now, tag end, just snip it off so it's nice and neat. There you go. So now you just pull your rig tubing all down to there, and there's your basic carp setup. All you've got to do now is grab your favourite lead. This is just a one out of my box for now. Push it in there, and then push your tail rubber over your lead clip. If you want it to drop the lead, because you're fishing in snaggy places, just put it on a few. If you're open water and you don't want it drop so much, push it on a little bit further. And there you go. That's my carp setup. And then when I'm at the lake, I will just clip my rig onto that and cover that with a piece of anti-tangle tubing or a piece of tubing. And that's it, guys. That's my carp rig for you. So, hope you can all go out and catch some nice carp. If you've liked the video, give us a shout, like it, share it, give us a subscribe. There is a new part. You can buy me a coffee if you're feeling generous. The link will be in the comments below, and it will all go back into the channel, you know, and help me make these videos. Like you say, doing fishing, you know it costs money, so it'll just give me a bit of help along the way. So, as we do on the channel, ta-ra for now.